Hello, I'm Antonio Mora. This is the newsandnews.com Day in Brief. Today's top stories in 4 minutes. It's Monday, September 24th at about 8 p.m. It's only Monday, but we have had enough news for a whole week. So much has happened in the past 24 hours that it's tempting to make light of it all and describe it as an especially dramatic episode of the increasingly insane DC soap opera. Dueling dramas involving Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein and Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh had cliffhangers and twist after twist. At one point, one TV pundit used some variation of the word confusion 5 times in one sentence to describe what we were seeing happen. However, we must remember that the stakes are enormous: the integrity of the American Republic itself and trust in the American political system. Rosenstein's fate is entwined with Special Counsel Mueller's investigation into Russia's meddling into the 2016 election. What happens to Kavanaugh will likely determine the future of decades of American jurisprudence. Midday, reports were that Rosenstein was a dead man walking, heading to the White House to meet with Chief of Staff Kelly, and that he had either submitted his resignation or was expecting to be dismissed. Rosenstein, who appointed Mueller, has never been a favorite of President Trump's. A report last week said he discussed invoking the 25th Amendment to remove Trump from office and considered recording Trump to prove his erratic behavior. Some reports indicate that Rosenstein overreacted. In the end, he got a reprieve, at least until Trump returns to Washington. They're scheduled to meet on Thursday. If, and it's a big if, Rosenstein is pushed out and Trump installs a puppet in his place who cuts short the special counsel investigation, we could face a constitutional crisis. We are arguably already facing one in the Kavanaugh confirmation battle. A New Yorker article detailed how a second woman has come forth accusing him of sexual misconduct in an incident during his freshman year at Yale. Democrats are calling for an immediate postponement of any further consideration of the nomination and demanding an FBI investigation. Republicans and the president are doubling down, blaming Democrats for engaging in character assassination. They continue to resist any action by the FBI, even though by now they would have had plenty of time to look into the first allegation. Kavanaugh and his wife spoke emotionally to Fox News, and in a letter to the Senate Judiciary Committee, Kavanaugh insisted he would not be intimidated into withdrawing from the process, saying, quote, "The coordinated effort to destroy my good name will not drive me out. The vile threats of violence against my family will not drive me out. The last-minute character assassination will not succeed." He further wrote that these are smears, pure and simple, and that they debase our political discourse. He added that, quote, "They are also a threat to any man or woman who wishes to serve our country," arguing that if allowed to succeed, they will dissuade competent and good people of all political persuasions from service. I think that damage has already been done, succeed or not. But the problem is even greater than that. What little belief was left in both political parties as honest brokers has been gutted by their shameless politicking over matters of such magnitude. In our daily alternate universes segment, the great divide between conservative and liberal media, that divide was, well, somewhat less clear than usual today when it came to the new Kavanaugh allegations. While some liberal outlets jumped at how they supported their anti-Kavanaugh narrative, some, including the New York Times, questioned how the New Yorker based its story on recovered memories that were not strongly corroborated. Conservative outlets, as you'd expect, focused on the issues with the story. Meanwhile, the United Nations General Assembly gets underway on Tuesday. Trump is in New York, where he raised hopes that a second meeting with North Korea's Kim Jong-un could take place soon. Trump praised Kim as very open and terrific. But Iranian President Rouhani poured cold water over hopes that he'd meet with Trump while at the UN. The reality of a trade war with China is settling in as both sides are digging in. Tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods took effect today, and China retaliated against $60 billion of American goods while calling off planned talks with U.S. officials. Equity markets liked nothing they saw today and dropped around the world. The Dow was down 180 points. We have all the stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you will find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video. Please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News, and follow me on Twitter at AMoraTV. I'll see you again tomorrow.